Hey guys, it's Brendan Borman back for another 270 video. Today I'll be playing as Santa Claus, taking on Colton Conroy, who's playing as Ben Carson, one of my favorite candidates. And it looks like we had a similar idea on turn number 1, starting with the classic Old South of North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, and Louisiana, which resulted in a clash. Turn number 2, we're going to see if we think alike again. I'm going to go swing states, which is a popular transition of mine, and it looks like Carson did the exact same thing. However, he spent 2 pips in Florida versus my 1 pip. So I will have that $100,000 cash advantage. However, Carson does have the early lead in Florida, which is a critical state for all parties, but especially Carson, who will be eyeing the African American bonus as well as the swing state bonus. Now, Santa Claus is an extremely powerful candidate. He's well versed and has basically a bonus in every single category. They're not big bonuses. However, I'm going to pivot to New York and see if I can get the town and gown bonus. And Carson could not get the swing state bonus on turn 3, so it kind of leaves some options open. Now, I do have 400,000. The risky play would be to steal Florida. It would prevent swing states. You know what? I'm going to do it. Sometimes you have to live or die by Florida, and the chances that he goes up here are very small, and so we do steal it. And for the time being, that will delay the swing state bonus for Carson. So it's 75 to 59. But bonus-wise, we are all square, 0-0. And now I'm in the awkward position where I have to be the one that defends Florida. So what I'm thinking about doing is possibly opening up to get that African American bonus. If I go up in New York, he can't double pip it. And it looks like he is going for swing and will get it through the Rust Belt. So he now can pass me in Florida. Do I try to get town and gown? Do I try to flip anything? I think I'm just going to hope and pray that my man Colton Conroy is going to try to be a brave little soldier and try to steal Florida. I could try to steal North Carolina, and that would take away the swing state bonus. However, I think I'm just going to save. In case I'm wrong, I can still double pip California. I can still attack him in other swing states. And there it is. So that's a clash. Not that damaging to Carson. It basically swung the money advantage back to us. But it's still a small advantage, and that's a whole nother turn that Carson gets to keep the bonus. I cannot get AA if I fully defend Florida again. It would be pretty ballsy for Colton to attack me a second turn in a row in Florida. And so I'm going to back off a little bit. I'm going to delay getting town and gown, and instead I'm going to go for African American. So if I take away Massachusetts and Utah and add that to Tennessee and Michigan, I keep Florida, and I move up in New York, that will ensure that I get the AA bonus. And I will live to fight another day. I'm going to open up in Iowa because I am now facing pressure in Utah. And so as long as I get Iowa and Massachusetts, that will allow me to keep the town and gown bonus. Looks like Carson is going to move over to Texas, which is probably a wise move. Carson did anticipate me going for town and gown, and did go to the third pip, which would have been a good block, but we do get AA. So now turn number 8. I can go ahead and get Town and Gown. Carson did spin big in Texas. And he did defend Virginia last turn. Maybe North Carolina isn't the play. If I get Iowa, Ohio, and North Carolina, if he goes for Florida again, that would net me the swing state bonus. So I'm going to delay Town and Gown one more turn. Oh, so North Carolina's defended. So he will keep swinging. Now we're facing pressure for our AA in Michigan. Okay, so what do we do, sports fans? We need to get into Arizona like yesterday. And so I'm going to move up in Maryland. And then I could go for Louisiana. I could go for a 1-pip North Carolina steal, which is very unlikely to work. Or I can save that cash and double pip Cali next turn. So North Carolina would have been a loss. We do lose Tennessee. However, we are able to keep it because we moved up in Maryland. So that was lucky on our part. I definitely need to get in more AA states. And one thing that would be super helpful here is if we can lock Arizona. So we can go 2 pips into Cali. We do steal Arizona. And that will make it very easy for us to get Latino. In the future, we still have that Town and Gown money, AA money. Michigan was kind of a lucky state that we left open. I'm going to get into Illinois as soon as possible. And then really I need to expand in the Old South or make sure that I can keep that AA bonus. Oil and gas is going to be huge. California versus Texas, so North Dakota, South Dakota. I'm going to get high tech this next turn. So DC and Delaware, I can use that to maybe keep AA. And I'm going to end my turn. So turn 11 already. Wow, this is going fast. Iowa flips. Didn't want to take any chances in North Carolina. And we are going to have a war for the oil and gas bonus, which isn't necessarily important for me. I do have high tech. I do have AA, which are 2 of the strongest ones. However, Carson does get the manufacturing bonus. But because we were able to keep Michigan and keep Florida, we did get export. We do have Latino. Okay, so that was a huge, huge turn for us. Not facing any pressure in Illinois. Not facing pressure in California or New York. Export is going to be safe. But I do want to get in those states. And then Louisiana, that I thought about going more than 3 pips, but he has to spend his money in those oil states if he wants to keep it. I might try to flip New Mexico. Colorado's probably gone. And I'm going to save a little bit of high tech, a little bit of Town and Gown, and some cash. So no clashes yet. Oh, Louisiana and Michigan go to Carson. That was a good flip. However, we do lock and steal New Mexico, but it looks like Carson's just going to get that oil and gas bonus. So there's Carson's 3rd bonus. Colton doing his best to hang around. And now I'm going to try to steal Louisiana. Again, I have so many bonuses. I have the AA and the export that go toward that. Neither player has the Old South. And then this is not something I normally would do, but I'm going to go ahead and pressure into Texas. I do have Latino and I have export, which work toward that. Plus, I'm going to save a little bit of cash. So he might overspend there, or that might be something we can steal in the future. And he does do defending in both Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, and then some of the oil states. So we're already at 246. It's still 5 bonuses to 3. And now we're at 1.21 million. Now, Florida, haven't defended it in a while. Might want to defend it. Again, live and die by the Florida Steel. And I don't know. I just feel like that's coming again. Texas, I don't think it's worth it this turn. And going up, I'm trying to use some of my town and gown money. I'm going to save my high tech. I could try to flip Michigan or Pennsylvania, but whichever one he spins in will make it easier for me to go to the other one. And so for that reason, and I'm not in Connecticut or not facing pressure in Massachusetts or Washington, I'll just kind of save that for right now. He could try to flip Illinois, but with keeping Florida, it's so much easier because we're going to keep all those bonuses. So there's the Florida Steel Clash, excuse me. He tried it. It was unsuccessful. However, he did hold off in Michigan. So he's probably upset at this point with the Florida Steel being a failure. And now we're on turn 15. There's not really much of a path forward for Colton at this point. Going to defend Florida again. And then flip Michigan using my high-tech money. I'm going to try to go for... Could I go for swing states? I'm going to block a ballot, possibly. I may not go for Ohio yet. Or if I go Wisconsin and Ohio, I could get the swing state bonus, which is pretty much irrelevant at this point, but he does flip Illinois. Doesn't defend Michigan, though. Tennessee. A lot of cash spent there for Carson, but we get the EVs. And it's 352. Swing goes to us. It is now 6-2. Still neither player has the Old South. Just going to lock Wisconsin. And get into all of the states that I am not currently in. Just so I'll have ballot access. Turn number 16. This should net me the Old South bonus. And I'm going to go and steal Utah. I have all that high-tech and town and gown. Might as well. And so here is the next ballot. We're going to get the Old South. Clash in Hawaii, which will delay the final ballot. Which, of course, is a good thing for us, but there's the Old South. Okay, I'm just going to steal Pennsylvania. And end my turn. So that's the end of the game. Carson did forfeit. Good game. Live and die by the Florida Steel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next 270 video.